All right. We're still kind of coming to terms with this crazy situation. The police officer is being sent to jail for years for protecting the community. He did what he was supposed to do, stop the insanity. And he did it. And now he's going to jail. You've probably seen the video. It happened up in the Bronx. He was working undercover. A maniac comes by on an e-bike going so ridiculously fast. I mean, a true threat. This officer almost got killed. He did what he could. There was a cooler within reach, and he kind of threw it at the guy and, stop him. He had to be stopped. And then the cop, they fired him. They charged him with murder, manslaughter, and he was convicted, and now he's going to jail for 3 to 9 years. Eric Duran was leading an undercover operation when he knocked a Bronx man, off his motorbike after throwing a cooler at him in 2023. Vincent Vallelong, president of the Sergeant Benevolence Association. And this Sergeant Duran was a sergeant, one of your guys, just sentenced to 3 to 9 years by the Bronx judge, a guy named Mitchell. Sergeant Vallelong, how are you? So sorry this happened. What's going on?
I am beyond incensed with this. I don't understand really what the hell is going on with this world. Let's put things in context first. This is not just a Bronx man. This was a drug dealer.
By the way, I know I was reading from the New York Times, and hopefully that came across as sarcasm.
No.
Right?
I know what you're saying, and I know you know what it's about. But for everybody else out there, this person was a known drug dealer and gang member. Okay, he was on the sidewalk barreling down the street with a motorbike. All right, this is a 30. If I don't even know what if it was over 30 pounds, 50 pounds with the motorbike, but at the end of the day, it has his weight plus the bike's weight coming at 3 other members of the service that basically are effecting an arrest. And the judge thinks, oh, well, you should have just stepped aside and let him go. Are they out of their minds? Do they understand what the judges and what juries are telling police right now in this city and in this nation? They're basically telling them, hey, you know what? We don't want you to do your job. Catch them later on after they kill 3 other people or after they sell drugs and OD somebody else. Don't do your job, because if you do your job, you're going to go to jail.
Well, that really is the message. I mean, that really is, and it's people are less safe. What has I take it the police commissioner has been of no use in all of this?
Listen, Commissioner Tisch, this is not, the union and my lawyers are the ones who are handling this. Commissioner Tisch doesn't have anything to do with this until it would have come to her desk, if he was found not guilty. So, to put any blame on the commissioners, and I can't do that. I know what took place. I know where it took place. I know that the AG's office is the one who prosecuted this case. The AG's office should I don't know how it is that they're going to be able to look themselves in the mirror. They basically said every cop had some sort of skin in the game where they had to lie in order to make themselves look good. The guy who prosecuted this case is an out and out disaster. He should be ashamed of himself.
Who's that guy?
I'm not going to give his name. I'm sure it'll be in one of his articles.
Well, it's a public record. I mean, all right. I understand you don't want to do that, but I'll be doing it shortly. What are the options right now? What the hell can be done at this point? And where is Sergeant Duran? Where is he right now?
Eric was taken directly to the courts. He's going to Rikers Island. We're going to the First Circuit in order to get to put an appeal in order to keep him out until we actually have an appeal done on this case. And the judge wouldn't even put it off, the sentencing off a week while we processed the paperwork. He felt he had to go into Rikers Island. So in a city and with politicians and with the AG and everyone's talking about criminal justice reform and they're talking about bail reform, it's not for the cops. It's not for the regular citizens. It's for the perps. It's for the recidivists. It's for the perps. That's who this is all about. And if the people of this city want to keep on voting these people in, this is what we are going to get going forward. This is going to be a very hard sell to the members of the service to look at a perp coming at them and not have to, and know that God forbid they put their hands on somebody, they can go to jail, they can lose their freedom, and then never see their family again.
So was he wasn't in custody before the sentence, right? He was
No,
on bail. All right. And now he's on Rikers Island. Oh, by the way, they're always talking, begging, stealing, crying about, oh, we got to shut down Rikers Island. And they put this guy right there in the middle of it. And let's face it, as law enforcement, he's a target, big time. Does he have a wife and kids?
He has kids. He has a wife. His whole family was there today. You know, he is, if you look into Eric's background, he grew up in the Bronx. His family came here, an Ecuadorian family. They were all there to support him. 50 plus guns taken off the street, thousands of encounters on the street. The epitome of he never even so much as getting a complaint on this job. All right. He worked in some really heavy places and went back to do good in his own community. And after 15 years, you're going to say that he made a bad decision and you're going to put him in jail for upwards of 9 years. I don't understand where humanity is here or where the sensibility is.
All right. So back to the thing about the options. We're upset. We got to be cool here. And, what are the practical options right now to help this guy?
The practical options are Andrew Quinn, who tried the case, and Arthur Aidala are going to be doing the appeal. Right now what we're looking to do is get him out of Rikers and have him out for the whole process until we can actually have an appeal done on this case.
Well, I like Arthur Aidala very much, and I like these lawyers. Hey, some guy was playing a game. So it was a bench trial, right?
Yes.
Did you ever think about going with the jury? I mean, I know you weren't the defense, but did you ever, why did they do that?
Everybody thought this one through. I mean, the Bronx, it's hit or miss. I mean, we all know you can go in front of remember, it was a group of people up in the Bronx that actually okayed him to be indicted on this case. And the judge came off that he would be very fair and impartial. And, I don't know. I have my own personal opinions on this, and I don't like the decision that came down. It sends a really, really bad message to every single member of law enforcement throughout this nation, let alone this city.
How long is that? It's an emergency. They can possibly get him out of jail like right away. That's the goal, right?
No, it'll probably take upwards of a week at least. So he will be in there for more than likely a week.
How old is Sergeant Duran?
He's got to be a lot younger. He's got to be in his 40s.
What was it like? What do you say? He got fired from the job when?
As soon as they came down with the decision and they convicted him.
Oh, you mean he was all right. So the department had not dispatched. Sometimes they do that. You know what I mean? So they waited until the verdict. Well, good.
As soon as he was convicted of a felony in the court, they basically removed him from the job. He's now cut loose from he's cut loose from the service.
All right.
But we as a union feel, normally this isn't the case. You don't move on with an ex-member of the service. But this is something totally different. When you're acting in the line of duty and you're doing exactly what it is you're supposed to do, he had 2.5 seconds to make a decision on this. How do you in good conscience move away from a case like this and not fight it? And we're going to raise money for his appeal outside of the union. But, I'm going to need everybody on board at some point in time in order, that is really, really incensed and knows that this is the wrong thing to get on board with this.
Well, if you talk to him, give him our best. I'm sorry this happened. I've seen the video. Folks, you probably saw the video. It's not like the most terrifying thing you've ever seen either. I mean, we see videos online, we see them all day long. And it's like, okay, the guy's on a motorcycle. He's going crazy. It's not an unnatural reaction on the part of the sergeant here. It's not.
Well, the judge felt that it was. The judge felt that he should have just stepped aside and let him, and he would have given him enough room to probably run over the guys who were affecting the rest behind him.
Yeah, that's a reasonable thing for a civilian to do. You know what I mean?
But if this was a civilian, Greg, we're not even having this conversation. I think we all know that.
Well, it's unbelievable. I don't know what to do. I'm so glad Arthur Aidala is involved. Sergeant Vallelong, thank you very much.